Hello everybody, I'm Darwin Oz from metalunderground.com, Oliver Hines because it's my real name, and we're here with Dan from Clutch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good to be here.
Good to have you.
Yeah,
Right, we're straight into it. You're promoting a new book, Book of Bad Decisions. I say book, I mean album.
We made a book too.
Did you?
Yeah, we did.
What, for the album?
For the album,
I
yes.
didn't realise that.
Yeah, we stole the idea from a band that's actually on tour with us right now.
Oh, right. Picture books.
Ironically, no. It's the Inspector Clouseau. Yeah, we were recording the album with Vance Powell in Nashville, and they actually are a French band that came over to Nashville to record with Vance too. And he just happened to have a copy of it was like a 10th anniversary special release of one of their albums. And it's a book. You open it up and it's a CD, and it has a really cool artwork, like expanded artwork, and the lyrics and everything. I guess it's a really cool idea.
Absolutely.
But then it worked out that we ended up calling the album Book of Bad Decisions. And so then we're like, well, now we have to make a book.
I did wonder that. I mean, honestly, I didn't see anything about the book.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah, I think we have
now I
some
know.
here tonight. Check it out.
Oh, we'll do. I've got no excuse now.
No.
Obviously, like you say, you worked with Vance on this album. He's very storied, if you like, his work from Willie Nelson to Kings of Leon, 660, all kinds of musicians.
Mm-hmm.
What was the deciding factor in recruiting Vance to this album?
Well, he came onto the radar when we were thinking about producers for this album. John Paul was listening to a lot of Chris Stapleton, actually. I believe the way it went down was he was listening to a lot of Chris Stapleton with his brother-in-law. And he was really struck by the sound of the albums. And so we started doing a little bit more, digging into his catalog. And obviously there was stuff that we were familiar with but didn't realize that he was connected to, like the Red Fang album, and all the Jack White stuff too. But yeah, he seemed to be able to, he had a really good kind of a live vibe, sound going. We wanted to make more of a rock and roll sounding album. A little less modern sounding, a little more just like kind of authentic. Approach recording like all of the good albums that you like to listen to still today from the 70s were made. And that's the way he records,
I mean, I think that suits Clutch very well. I mean, we got to saw you at Glasswork last year, and what sort of tickled me was you were the only band I saw the whole weekend with one bass drum. But it was just fantastic rock music, you know what I mean? There was no bullshit, it was just, and I think, like you say, from using a producer that has that kind of live mentality, it translates well and works well.
Yeah, I mean that's where he started in the business, was doing, going on the road and doing the front of house sound. So, it's kind of in his blood to make it sound live-ish.
But it's obviously worked very well because the album made a lot of year-end best of lists. It was only an hour ago I saw Classic Rock magazine voted it as the album of the year.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, what then would you say is the difference between Book of Bad Decisions and the previous album?
I think guitar tones, bass tones is a big difference. And we were very dead set on recording it all together as a band and just picking the best take, as opposed to kind of approaching it as kind of like part by part, which is kind of the way past 2 albums have been done. And, so it just, there's mistakes on the album, and I'm happy with that. It doesn't bother me because, that's what a band is,
Yes, not machines.
Exactly. People.
Exactly, yeah. Part of the album as well, obviously, is the artwork, which is very cool. I think it's very, again, it emboldens Clutch, or sort of represents Clutch well, and it's very American looking. It's just good American rock and stable kind of thing. How did you approach the artwork for this album? Who did the artwork for this thing?
We stuck with the photographer who he's kind of an all-around artist, but mostly known for his photography. He's this fellow Dan Winters in Austin. We've known him since 1993. He shot the video for A Shogun Named Marcus off of our first full-length album, Transnational Speedway League, Anthems, Anecdotes, and Undeniable Truths. And ever since then, he's kind of been involved, or we wish he had been, in some capacity. He did Psychic Warfare album artwork. He did Transnational, the self-titled, Elephant Riders. Let's see, so when we were first talking to him about ideas, we were kind of just throwing stuff all over the wall. But he had just happened to have that photo already. I don't know what the occasion was, but he had already photographed that eagle for another project, and he had that was one of the unused shots. And it was his suggestion. It was like, what do you guys think of this? And at first, I didn't really know how if it would work. I loved the image, I was like, well, where would you put a logo or something? I had some stupid thought like that. And we decided, the logo doesn't need to,
On the spine and that stuff.
Yeah, so, once we, realized that we all loved the image, and we just kind of gave him a lot of free rein to do his thing. Very cool.
I think as well it fits in all the album. It looks like a novel album cover, or a novel cover.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, obviously we're right at the end of 2018 now. So after next year, it will be the 30th anniversary of Clutch. And that kind of answers my question. I was wondering if you had started making plans yet for that.
No, but we probably should, huh? That's cool. That's a good milestone.
Absolutely. It doesn't seem that long ago that Motorhead was celebrating the 30th anniversary.
I imagine it's probably going to involve a lot of the same as the usual hit the road as much as we can. It would be nice to find some kind of a way to commemorate that.
Just still being around the celebration enough. One thing I wanted to ask you about, a lot of people kind of lump Clutch in with, for lack of a better term, southern rock, we know you're from Maryland, which is...
Maryland's kind of a weird state.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to Virginia and that stuff.
Technically, it is below the Mason-Dixon line, which is kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people consider themselves to be southern, and some people consider themselves to be northern.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's
But
interesting,
I think that style-wise, when we started off, we were kind of lumped into the hardcore genre. We were definitely pretty aggressive. And as we started touring more and more, and the sets became more and more repetitive, we were trying to figure out different kinds of ways to kind of free up the songs and not just do the same thing every single night. And so we started jamming on Juggernaut, I think it was. Might have been the first song that we kind of just started doing extended jams on. And they kind of, I think initially kind of took on kind of like a Swans type of a vibe.
Okay.
But yeah, as we toured more and more and just started kind of pushing ourselves to be a little more adventurous instrumentally during the show, it kind of coincided with some of the songs that we were writing for the second album, the self-titled album, having more of a swing. And we were listening to, Southern rock albums like Young Brothers, and try to incorporate a little more like the jam side of it into our music.
Yeah.
And that's probably where that connection comes from.
I guess so. But just to finish off with, I've already jumped ahead to 2020, but so it's probably best to ask you, what's 2019 got in store for Clutch? Will you be coming back across the Atlantic for festivals?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do our best to come back in the summer for festivals and some kind of a tour. Probably closer to the end of the year, similar to what we're doing right now.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a pleasure to see Clutch, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet
It's
you.
been a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you.